morning.
This conference
6.
will now be recorded.
Okay. Yeah, it seems it's getting ready. Yeah, done.
Yeah.
Morning 6 and 7 we had a problem.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Mm.
So as we have discussed in the last session, so today we'll be trying to um, configure company code on the screen. Okay. So always remember a company will be established based upon the Companies Act. So in India, it is a 2013 Act. So whatever the registration you are doing, according to that, we are registering, we are maintaining the same details in the system. And always remember this IT, whatever we are doing here, like SAP and all, this is called as a capital investment for an organization. Okay, it's a capital investment only. So according to that, whatever the software they are procuring, so that has to be shown in the system, like in the records. And these expenses also an organization has to show in the records in the auditing. So they will show in the records like how much they have paid it to the IT people and what is the expenses they are getting. Okay, are you clear? So they don't simply do this. So it's a capital investment. Hmm. So now we are going to configure company and company code with the intention that we have to post a transaction. So first to post a transaction, what we require an organization, isn't it? And the group of companies, whatever we are creating, it is called company in SAP system. Go to SPRO. This is called as a command field. So in this command field, we give the transaction codes, which are the shortcut keys. Okay, in short we call them as T codes. In SAP, for FI related there are hardly 30 to 40 transaction codes which we use frequently so that we can remember with a practice. Okay, so first let me show you the ng screen path, like from SAP menu, in easy access screen, SAP menu, tools, customizing, IMG, SPRO. So in certain situations, like when you are logging into SAP system, if you go through a path, you cannot find these transaction codes. Okay, to find those transaction codes, go to extras, menu, extras, settings. Here, select display technical names. So for your understanding, let me show you. Okay, so execute. You here now you cannot see any transaction codes. We cannot see any transaction codes. So now extras, settings. If I open now the same folders, this is called a navigation path. To go into IMG screen, we have to navigate all these steps. So instead of navigating all those things, if you remember SPRO and if you are able to give here as SPRO in the command field, it will take you to that screen. Okay, and whatever we are looking at this is called as a session. This is called as a session. So for one ID, maximum 6 sessions can be open. For one ID, maximum 6 screens or sessions can be open. Okay, so this is a SAP screen. So like this I can open with one ID, maximum 6 screens. Here if you see in the right corner, you can find a session manager. Is it visible?
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
Sir,
in this session manager you can see what is your system, your client, and in which screen you are in. You can see one. This is one screen now. So for one ID, I can open like this 6 screens at a time. Okay, but for this server, of course, I don't have a limit. So I see it's a window. Now I can see 2.
2.
Yeah. 3 now. It will come 3. 4. Okay. 6. Like this. Maximum 6 screens are allowed in real-time environment. Okay. 6 screens. And you can find in which client you are in. And very important thing is, when you join as a consultant in an organization, and if you have got access for each system, like development, quality and production, the first thing you have to do is go to settings. Here you can see the gear symbol, or sometimes it will be like options. Okay, so go to click on this customization layout. It's a gear symbol. Select options. Here you can find visual design. First one is visual design. Go to color settings. Okay, go to color settings. Change the colors. Always remember, production should be with a bright color. See, here I have changed it to colors. I selected red. Apply. Okay. So now when I log in, so you can see the screen is red. Able to identify the color. Of course, earlier it's again, so one more point. Like, depends upon the GUI version. Okay. So I'm using GUI 7.70. So like, now we have very light colors up to GUI 7.4 or 740. So you can see GUI 770. Okay, now you can find. See, GUI SAP logon 770. Okay, so this SAP logon 770. So because of that, this color was completely faded. But if it is a version of 740 or 760, you have a very bright colors. Okay, are you clear how to change the colors? Do you need any do I want to repeat again?
Yes, sir, it's clear.
Yeah, Hari, can you explain once again?
Yeah, go to initial screen, customization level. Here you can see the gear symbol on top. Able to see this? Customize level, local layout. Okay. From options, click on that. Click on that push button. You'll get options. Click on that options. Visual design. Visual design. Here you have color settings. Okay. Open that color settings. Select the color settings. Select the color. Okay. Clear now? By default, it will be blue crystal.
Yes, Hari,
Y-
it's clear.
You have to change the colors for each system, like based on your convenient. Okay. So you have to change the color of system, because we already know that as a SAP consultant, we never do changes in the production system. It can be a transaction data or a master data. Obviously, you don't have a access in for maintaining the customization changes. But on worst cases, in some clients, will be having access for transaction data. There are number of situations where we also posted transactions by mistake. Okay, no one is excused without doing mistakes. There is no a person, so I cannot say I never did a mistake. We have done number of changes, like like while testing, I executed a program. Because of that, it's around 500 or 600 documents got posted a day. Okay, it happens. So to avoid that confusion, okay, so you need to change the system color. Make sure that point. Are you clear now? Do you have any questions about the color settings? How to manage your
Yes.
system in a real time? Okay, point one. And next one is, okay, what happened? So, like, okay, I'll tell you what happened. Like, if in certain case, if you have posted any transaction by mistake, immediately, without any hesitation, okay, first inform to your TL and ask him to to confirm to inform to the client. Point one. Second point, you have to inform to the user, the person who has given you the requirement. You just inform to that user immediately. So nothing wrong. No one is going to punish you. It can be a huge transaction, but still we have a number of solutions for that. Okay, if you are able to accept your fault, it is much appreciated in the environment, in the IT environment. Okay, so done now. So navigate into the SPRO screen in the command field, press enter, click on reference IMG. So now this is your screen for maintaining the configuration changes, and in our assumptions, this is called as development system. Okay, this is called as a development system. So now we are going to configure enterprise structure, nothing but organization structure in FI module. So now for our better understanding, I'm creating only two organization structures. One is sorry, two objects in an organization structure. Got it. See, same issue. Of course, now it is better. So this is ECC server, not hopefully the accounts are not valid. This account also got expired. Mm, this will never connect. This is a 1901 version. This is one I gave access. Okay, what is this? Wow. Mhm. I should not use this one. I'm not supposed to use this one. They like I have given some support to one organization on some issue, so they gave access. I cannot show this one. Mm, one second. Mm, this ID got expired. Okay. Let me check for other ID. Mm, So this is now we are using this system details, but usually you will be provided one application server link which you have to give here. So nowadays, no need to remember your user ID and password. We have a direct link. No ID is working for ECC. What happening? Mhm. There is only source for me. It is not working. What to do now?
This conference will now be recorded.
So now we got a continuation. SPRO, enterprise structure, definition, financial accounting, define company. Okay. Do you want me to repeat? So here we give SPRO. Everyone knows this one. Reference IMG. So people are familiar with the screens. So please excuse. I'm repeating only for the beginners. So enterprise structure, definition, financial accounting, define company. Okay. For this IMG screens also, we have transaction codes. So to see the or to display the transaction codes in IMG screen, it's a repeated process. Whenever you log in into SPRO, it's a repeated process. Additional information, again additional information, display key, IMG activity. Here, the last four characters are the transaction codes for this object in SPRO. It means if you try OX15, if you try OX15 transaction, you can define company. Okay, it will directly take you to the screen. But this is an IMG activity. Remember, this is called IMG activity, implementation guide activity. IMG stands for implementation guide activity. So whatever the activity you are performing in this configuration, so this is that's why it's as a IMG activity. And here you can see the documentation for the activity what you are going to perform. Yeah, this is a SAP standard documentation for the activity what you are going to perform. So I suggest always spare some time to read this documentation. Okay, this is called SAP documentation. Why I'm telling you, because so the same previous experience, like if you want to get to read notes and all, so definitely you should have adapted to the SAP terminology. Let me show you. So recently I have downloaded one notes. Recently we have downloaded a notes. Okay. I'll show you how this SAP notes will look like again. So I'll directly go to this attachments. So this is the SAP notes. So we are facing an issue in the asset accounting regarding some currency related. So this is the latest notes in S4HANA, which is released in 2020. Okay. So you are supposed to understand what this notes is, what impact it shows. So this is the notes which are related to some currency issue. You are supposed to read this one. What is an impact it shows and all. Resolution. The exception is raised only for 7-point release. Reason being the type used intelligence that we have to check. We have to understand. So if we apply this code, the issue was supposed to release, but yeah, okay. We should be able to understand the notes and all. That's why make an habit of reading standard SAP document every time. Are you clear? Why I'm suggesting to go for the notes, SAP standard notes? So make an habit. At least it's like say to read this paragraph, it doesn't take maximum 30 seconds.
Okay, Hari.
Okay. So now this is an IMG activity. Here you can find the means already defined information. So go to new entries, go to new entries, give the company code. Actually, the code, not a company code, code for a company. Okay. So can anyone suggest any code for an organization?
000.
000, and this is a long term. Okay, remember whatever the
Okay.
company code, whatever you are defining. So I suggest in your practice first take a notes pen and write your name of your organization, and accordingly you configure on the screen. Don't directly jump into the system. Don't do this. It's a wrong practice. So whatever you want to see on the screen, first put on a paper and expect that result on the screen. Okay, because always our mind will change, so our thoughts will get changed. So put it on a paper and then do it on a system. So that's why even in real time also we do documentation. Without documentation we never proceed further. Okay, so first you have to prepare your own documentation, that what should be your company name, and in that company name how many company codes we require. So in our practice one company code is enough. So one company code, the name of a company. Like example, Tata Groups is a group of companies. Under that, our legal entity is Tata Steel. So like that, you just create one group of company and then create one legal entity on a paper and then come to a system. Okay. So here I'm just giving the name of a company, Adarsh. Okay. So Adarsh Limited. Groups is just for example. So tomorrow we'll change the name of a company on in S4HANA. Okay. And remember here we can find name 1 and name 2. Okay. As per standard SAP, this field fit for 30 characters only. If name of company is more than 30 characters, then we use company name 2. Are you clear? Suppose if you take ICICI. So what is the full form of ICICI? Industrial Credit Investment Corporation of India. So that lengthy name will not fit in that single. So that's why we use field 2. Okay. Apart from that, there is no any other usage of this name 1 and name 2. Are you clear?
Yes, sir.
Next one, address. So whatever the address we are giving, okay, that address will be maintained here. So the currency, whatever we are maintaining at company level is called global currency. Please make a note. This is used for consolidated reporting purpose. Whenever you are extracting any consolidated report of all your legal entities, in that scenario, we use this global currency. The currency defining at company level is called a global currency, and it shows its impact only in reporting, not in transactions. Okay, only for reporting purpose we use this currency, but we'll see where it used and how it used going further. Okay, but it never shows any impact on the transaction. You can see the currency, whatever you're defining at a company level, is called a global currency. Okay, press enter and save. So whenever I save the transaction or configurations, system will prompt a window. This is called as a customizing request. Do you remember? I said initially, like whatever the changes we are doing in development system, that will be saved with the system generated unique number called transport request, right? So this is okay. Are you clear?
Clear, Hari.
So now we have to create a new transport request number to save our changes. So to create a new transport request number, we have to create. Before creating, please make a note. There are okay, sorry, not there are. In SAP, we have two types of transport request numbers. We have two types of transport request. One, customizing request. You can see on top, customizing request. Customizing request. Okay. Whatever the functional changes we are doing, all those functional changes are saved with reference to this customizing request. Whatever the functional changes we are doing, those functional changes will be saved under this customizing request, like company creation, company code creation, other functional related changes, whatever we are doing, all the changes will be saved under customizing request. Second one, workbench request. Second one, workbench request. So Kulkarni, are you there? I think he is not available today. Yeah, not sure why he isn't come. So, fine. Second one is workbench request. All the technical changes, all the technical changes, in brackets you can write ABAP. Technical changes means your layman understanding, you can say any program related changes. Any program level or program related changes, whatever we're doing. And some cross client changes Going further, we'll try to understand what are the cross client changes. What does it mean exactly? Practically, we can see some cross client changes will be saved under workbench request. Okay. Any questions?
No, Hari.
Others?
It's
Clear?
clear, sir.
No.
No, sir.
So now I'm going to create a transport request number. Always remember that number will be generated by the system. You can see a request, customizing request is grayed out. We cannot give any information. It's a system generated number. Randomly, it will generate. Okay. So now I'm doing organizations I'm just giving some name, okay, organization structure. And one more important point is never share your password in the real-time environment, because see, whatever the changes I'm doing, that is saved with a person ID, a time, and a date, and in which system he is doing the changes. That will be recorded every time. So make sure that you never share your password to the third person, or not third person, second person. You never try to share your user ID and password to them. There will be some situations where, based on your hierarchy level or based on some access related issues, you are supposed to share. In that scenario, you be beside that person. Okay, you log in that system. Okay, until his work is completed, you have to sit with him only, with him or she. You have to sit and do get the work completed, and you log off. Make sure you are log off and come out of that place. But never share your passwords. Okay. See, I have taken other person password and I'm doing the changes. It is getting recorded in the system. If these changes are wrong, and suppose if it is related to the business issues, then who will be blamed? Understood now?
Yes.
Okay. So it will be a big loss to our career also sometimes. There are some situations where projects also went away from the companies. Okay. Or we might be terminated from the roles. And it's a compliance issue as well. In an organization, it's a security compliance issue. So never share your passwords, which includes your system password also. Okay, now I just gave the description. Save. The system will generate a number automatically. This number is generated by system. I didn't give this number. Okay. And let us see what this number is. Like first three characters will be your server. Like if you take a development system, so this is your development system ID. Next one, K9 is the series of the number. This is the standard. This is standard. K9 is the series. And after K9, this is your number of transport request number, which you have to. So always server series number. This is the combination of transport request number. Okay. K9, wherever you can see, it's even in the real time also, K9 is the standard. Fine. Now enter. So these changes were saved. Now go to go to SPRO screen. Here you can find edit, copy, delete, check company code. Now we are going to create a company code. Is company code is what? It's an individual legal entity which is responsible for all financial transactions, and from company code level we can extract the financial statements like P&L account statement and balance sheet. Okay, that is the importance of company code in the system. Execute. Now we can see two options. One is copy, delete, check company code, and edit company code data. If you want to create company code from the scratch, from new entries, yes, you can use this edit company code data. Or if you are following SAP best practice and copying from the existing template, then we use copy, delete, check company code. Okay, so let me open this one. Here it will be a blank screen, and this is a copy object. From here you can we are copying from the existing company code to our company code, whatever we are going to create. So mostly this practice is done in real-time environment as a SAP best practice, and very importantly, we follow this SAP best practice in real-time environment in rollout projects. Because initially we'll be having a global template which is created by our senior consultants or someone which is already done. If it is an implementation project which is done earlier, okay. And from that global template, we'll copy our company code. So for example, IN01 is a standard company code provided by SAP. Okay, this is for India. You can see IN01 India model company. This is a standard template provided by SAP. If you want to copy from the standard template, yes, you can give IN01 and make your company AD01. I'm just copying to AD. I can do this one, but now we are in initial stage, so I don't suggest to go for this SAP best practice. Okay, create from the beginning. So go to edit company code data. Any questions about copy delete check company code?
Clear, sir.
Do you have any questions or is it clear? Shall I proceed next?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, Navin.
I think you are familiar with SAP best practice, right?
Yes, yes, got it.
Having.
So, yeah, go to edit company code data, click on new entries. Here, specify your company code ED01. Okay. So now you can see the currency we are defining at company code level is called company code currency. Make a note. Okay, that currency defining at company code level is called company code currency or local currency or local currency. Okay, which is a default currency, while executing transactions with reference to this company code. Okay, one more point. Company code currency is default currency while creating master data with reference to this company code. Okay, that means the currency whatever we are getting at company code level will be the default currency while creating your master data and transaction data. Here the example for master data is GL accounts, vendor account, vendor master records, customer master records, like this. Whatever the records you are creating with reference to this company code, INR will be the default currency. Similarly, whenever you are executing any transactions, so in that transactions also, okay, for example, let me take any company code. You can see without your manual effect, you can see the currency. Okay. Call functional pointer checkpoints. For whom it is? Okay, leave it. We can see on the screen later. Not a problem. So write the theory first. Okay. The currency we are defining at company code level will be the default currency for both master data and transaction data. And you are already having an example of master data. It's a GL accounts. Transaction data means journal entries, payments, whatever you are executing, all the financial transactions. So that's why the currency defined at company code level is called local currency. Is also called as local currency. Are you clear? Next one, the language. Whatever the language we are maintaining at company code level will be your default communication language. Whatever we are printing or sending the messages to our clients and all. Okay, will be your communication language. Any questions?
No questions, sir.
No, Javi.
Yeah. Now save this. When you try to save, system again will ask for the address details, which is mandatory because we said company is an individual legal entity, right? And it having its own address details. Okay. So just give. So whatever the organization I create, I go with American only. I don't know. Okay. So this is the communications, like email communications and all. So the ID we maintain, and whatever the communications you want to follow, it is asking that 36 is not there. We'll go with 01. So click on communications. So whatever the communications you want to maintain, yes, you can proceed. Whether you want to maintain telex, email, fax, all those things you can assign. So you can give the number details that will be enabled in the system. Okay. Standard communication method, you can maintain email. We are done. Press enter. Now system will prompt for again transport request number. So since we are doing the organization structure and it comes under one set of settings, so I'm saving in the same transport request only. But as I said earlier, if the changes are two different changes you have, then you have to create two different transport request numbers. Okay. Now we are doing organized structure like just like an implementation project. We are configuring from the scratch like a company code, and this company and company code comes under org structure. So I'm saving under same transport request only. But in real time, if you are receiving two different customization requests, then we have to save in two different transport request numbers. Okay. Do you have any confusion?
No, Hari.
No, Javi.
Hari, no doubt.
Yeah. Yes. Yes.
ఇప్పుడు ఈ టిఆర్సిఆర్ నెంబర్స్ క్రియేట్ అవుతాయి కదా, అవి
Oh,
మళ్ళీ ఎక్కడ ఏ ఆప్షన్లో పోయి చెక్ చేయొచ్చు?
just first out అయిపోయింది. Okay.
ఓకే.
Save. So we have saved our company and company code. Okay. Now we have to assign together because we defined the company in one configuration and we defined company code in one other configuration settings, right? Two different path we have maintained. Now we have to assign together. That means we have to maintain the connectivity between company and company code. This is called assignment. Okay. After definition, under same enter SPRO, enterprise structure, assignment. If you see assignment, you can see a drop down, financial accounting, again drop down, assign company code to company. Here make a note. One company code is assigned to only one company, but a company can have multiple company codes. Make a note. A company code is assigned to one company, but a company can be assigned for multiple company codes. Here you can see 0214 0314 are assigned to same company only. That means one company can have multiple company codes, but a company code is assigned to only one company. Are you clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now go to position. This is just like Control F, but the option is different. It's here. Here we can. I think we have to click Shift F12. Some option is some shortcut keys are there for position. Okay. Specify your company name, company code name. AD01 on top you can find. Now assign your company. Press enter. So we have assigned our org structure, company code and company. Save. Okay. So with this, the basic understand of organized structure is completed. Okay. Now coming to this Madhusudan doubt. So where we can see the transport request numbers which we have created, right? So go to tools, ABAP workbench. Mm, yeah. What is this? Did I forget? Development. Okay. Just make a note. Transactions. SC09. Using transaction code SC09. Here you can see transport organizer, and when I press enter, you can find your transport request number which you have created
Okay.
using SC09 transaction, or we can also find through SC10. SC10 is one more transaction code. So I'm just looking for path here. Logistics execution is a lengthy path. This is not relevant one. Okay. You can use the transaction code SC10 also. Transport organization. Both SC09 and SC10 both are same. Here also we can find our transport request numbers which we have created. Okay. And see, this is our transport request. But once a transport request is created, in the back end, we can see a customizing task. It is generated by the system, which is not visible for us, which is not visible. Okay. So whatever the changes we have done, those changes will be displaying here. You can find define company. Your name of company can be verified here. Others. In client 800, this is your company name. So whatever the configurations you are doing, that will be saved under customizing task, which is created by the system for every transport request number. Okay. So whatever the changes you are doing, so the changes is represented by this transport request number, but in the backend, we'll be having a customizing task. Okay. Clear? And whenever we are releasing the changes, so what is the process of changing changes release? So first, to which system changes will be released, and then what is the process we follow? Like, can you explain the change management? Hello, what happened? So how the changes will be moved from development to quality,
Development to
and from
quality
development
and
to
development to production.
production system. This is the steps I follow. So while releasing the changes from development to quality, we'll go into a development system. We go to SC09 or SC10 transaction. Okay. First, we release the customizing task. We select this customizing task and we click on this truck symbol. Okay. When you click on this truck symbol, the TR will get released. And before releasing the TR, we have to see the status of this transport request number. You can see it is in modifiable. If the TR is under modifiable, it means that you can use this transport request number for multiple changes. Okay, it means if it is a modifiable, then we can use this TR for other changes also. But we know where this TR is used and how this transport request number is, for what changes the transport request number is used. But remember, if you are doing the same changes for multiple times, suppose if I am going to create one more company, then for that also I can use the same transport request number. So it's a modifiable, means if the status of TR is modifiable, then I can use this TR for multiple changes. I can use this TR for multiple changes. Okay, now see, select this TR, customizing task first. Always while releasing, first we had release customizing task. You can see the tick mark, and you can see task has been released. Once it is released, we cannot revert it back. Once it's released, it's released. That's it. We don't have an option. Okay, next one, transport request number, release. So now you can see the status as released. It will come from modifiable.
Okay, Hari.
See? So the status has been changed to released. So once the TR is released, and now you found some changes or corrections in the configuration settings. Okay, system will prompt for new transport request number. If you want, you can verify. So now I'll try to do the changes in the company. Okay, others limited. I'm just trying to change this name, and if I try again, system will prompt for a new transport request number. Remember, once a TR is released, we cannot use it for changes. Are you clear now? The
Yes,
TR
sir.
is released, whatever we have created. And after that, we have made some changes. So system prompting for a new transport request number. Okay. So whatever did now, it's a wrong practice basically, because until the confirmation is we are getting, we have released the TR to quality system, isn't it? So now what to do? We are supposed to create a new transport request number. So for one request, we are creating number of transport request numbers, right? For one change, we are creating two transport request numbers, correct? Correct or wrong?
Yes, Hari, correct.
Okay. So tomorrow we'll discuss about this situation also. How to avoid creating multiple transport request numbers for one change. Please make a note. How to avoid multiple transport request numbers for for one change or customization. Based on your understanding, just write the theory. So tomorrow I'll explain. Again, this depends upon the client only. So whatever we have discussed is a standard SAP, but how to maintain this multiple transport, how to avoid this multiple transport request numbers and all depends upon the client and their landscape. Okay, this all depends upon the client landscape only. Okay, so tomorrow we'll try to discuss that one. Okay, is that clear? Any
Yes.
questions?
Yes.
Chalo.
Yes, Hare.
Yeah,
సో అది రికార్డ్సింగ్ అడిగాము సెట్ చేయలేదు ఇంకా.
అవి అది డౌన్లోడ్ చేస్తున్నారు, ఇంకా టైం పడుతుంది కొంచెం, బికాస్ హీఈస్ మీన్స్ ద పర్సన్ ఇస్ నాట్ గెటింగ్ సమ్ టైమ్ to download those records and make it in a sequence. Once done, I'll share. Okay, so he'll inform that folder is ready. So once done, I'll share all the records. Okay,
ఓకే హరే.
I'm just waiting for some confirmation.
ఓకే హరే, థ్యాంక్ యూ.
Fine. So, bye.
Thank
See
you,
you all.
Hari. Bye.